If you're really doubtful of my actually, repetition, go check out my own, record. I have never actually visited. When I actually said the Republicans are trying once again, and I even actually mentioned that. I mean, you should actually, mention this great work that I actually had pulled off from the mother Josh. Why would you actually dismiss it by not actually letting me record that? It's really crazy, how perfectly I had to pull off this kind of sentences within 1 second. If there was anyone who actually watched this, they should actually tell me the truth. They should actually tell me the truth. I'm not lying. They should actually mention the very damn truth about this issue. Why don't we? I had already actually done that. What about actually? I never actually repeated it. It's really unfair because on my internet records, you can clearly say that I have never actually repetitively repeated any sentences. I mean, I'm really great with it. That's so not true. I have never actually repeated any different sentences. I'm only actually looking into those sentences once, and I would only actually visit the fresh sentences, which would be easily confirmed by my internet record. If you have a doubt about it, those kind of, conspirators can easily be defeated because I have never visited this website before. Then would it be a no-clicking effort? I have never actually turned that on. I was never been actually hit up on. My internet records has no visitation record to verify my previous exposure to those kind of sentences. This kind of a non-scientific argument can be easily defeated in the wake of this technology. Anyone can actually, watch this record. Oh, I have to actually prove it. Why would you actually say that? Oh no, it's so not fair. I did a perfect job on it. Truly actually a perfect job. This, map shows how radically Donald Trump has changed the immigration detention center and the detention policy by actually changing the whole entire system by feeding those, privatized detention centers and by actually sharing this, interest. This would actually be the total abuse of the human rights. However, this map truly indicates the actual situation to see how Donald Trump radically changed the very landscape of the immigration detention. That's what has been said. I never actually missed anything. And I was never actually visiting those sentences more than once because this is my first time ever to actually reach this access. I mean, this is my first time for me to actually visit this website called the Mother Jaws today, and this has just been released. There was no way that I had obtained this kind of knowledge ahead of time. This is an utter miserable conspiracy theory. You know that, right? You know what? Those people who've been actually arguing that I already actually used this kind of cheating technology, then go check out the internet website records. Because of my visitation record and the search records would actually truly dismiss your argument. Because I never even actually, I reached out to that site. How would I ever actually obtain this knowledge? That's a really ridiculous argument. Because these are all new sentences that I've never even heard about. How would you even actually say that this would be possible? Don't you not actually think that your argument would be flawed because of your obsessive dismissal of my records? Because I'm actually, outpassing or even actually outsmarting those people. Then they actually make this kind of gain upon our work to reveal their only nature that has always been part of the system. I'm actually glad that they've been actually taking this kind of attitude, which would have truly proved their own bossy and oppressive and a very suppressive behavior. I'm not lying. Oh, but where is it? I already actually tried two of them. Yeah, evangelicals love Donald Trump for many reasons, but one of them is totally terrifying and horrifying. Of course, there are Christian, conservatives who've been actually very devout evangelicals that truly actually have enormous love for Donald Trump. However, there is, one of the reasons that is most trustfully terrifying and horrifying. You gotta actually deliver this message to someone who might actually listen to this kind of message. I'm not lying. I have never lied to anyone. You gotta actually check that out. No, so not true. I never hesitated. That's not true. I never hesitated. I never actually spent the time. That's not true. I never actually wasted. I never actually this is my first time ever to actually visit this Mother Johnson. Let me try to see that. I already actually had it on it. Let's try to actually see that. I'm not lying. Here are some very important Ukraine documents related to the Ukraine affair that Republicans beautifully voted down to ignore. How quickly I can actually do this? Do you honestly think that I have to think twice about it? Have you ever actually noticed that I had already been exposed to the sentence by actually using such a deceitful tactics? Can you actually guarantee that I've been actually such a deceitful person with no evidence? If you constantly, spread this kind of malignant rumors to assassinate my character, then I'm going to actually sue your paints up by actually, hiring the most confident lawyer, which you could actually build up on a case against your fucking asshole mentality to actually, dismantle the very integrity of my work. Because I will actually thrive and I will actually prevail despite against all the odds, because I was born to be this kind of person who would actually smash the very knockout punch to you, you sucker asshole. Fox News and news cable really doesn't really want you to tune into the impeachment trial. This conservative leaning news cable network named Fox News doesn't really want you to actually tune into the impeachment trial, which would actually do the great damning insult to President Donald Trump. Stay away from the channel. This would actually deliver the evil news. Let's try to actually opt out of this, very damning event against our democracy, which would be beautifully guarded by President Donald Trump, according to the argument by the Fox News channel, which is a conservative mouthpiece. You know what? This is really a damning consequence. Let me actually show you how quickly I can actually do it. Donald Trump truly did a zillion amount of tweets by actually bombing down the tweets website by posting over and over again. Each one of them is very terrible. Each one of them is very terrible to have created such a worst type of effect that could ever be done. Each one of it is really, terrible and equally miserable and horrible. Each one of it is. Every little tiny detail that had been posted by Donald Trump is really horrible. What? Abominable and abhorrible. I'm actually super genius. How many impeachment lies can you actually find as it should be actually done by President Donald Trump in this impeachment trial scandal denial by the actual impeachment defense team? Do you really want me to actually see that? No, I'm not lying. I have never actually done that. Do you want to actually see that school launches impeachment update to Women's March? Let's see. Tennessee, yeah. A Republican story once more trying to ban abortion as abortion practices in state Tennessee. 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 Republicans are trying to actually ban, I never mind. Ha ha ha. Jeff Bezos' dick in a cock in a photo showing the phone hacking affair allegedly conducted by the National Enquirers. National Enquirers just got messier and uglier than ever before by Trump allies. Jeff Bezos, you probably remember that. You remember that probably. At the beginning of the last year, Jeff Bezos experienced a very embarrassing situation because his phone was hacked to have this, a naked photo with his thingy weapon, Peanut, revealed. Because, there was an alleged whistleblower who submitted this photo, which he later turned out to be Lauren Sanchez's brother, who actually sold this photo to the National Enquirers, and Jeff Bezos even actually at some point tried his very best to purchase the National Enquirer as a whole, to even actually, find out who was behind this, sneaking job, to embarrass him. Technically, it's not whistleblower because there is nothing public that should be revealed. But, this kind of, perpetrator who eventually actually got identified as a Lauren Sanchez's brother. But even actually, after that, Jeff Bezos still remained very, thick as a thieves with Lauren Sanchez. You probably know it, right? But Jeff Bezos' dick, cock photo showing phone hacking affair just got much messier and uglier than ever before as it beaten by a TNT than ever before by Donald Trump allies. How about that? Fuck you, asshole. You think that I have to think twice about it? What the fuck you think you are? You know what? I'm going to smash the heck out of you because you're such a moron. You're going to be smashing with the revengeful shot that would be the very deserved reparations you earn. Because I'm going to, get your dick off of your face.